One of the strangest things about success is that the more you grow, the more you feel like a fraud. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about impostor syndrome. What is it about? How can you overcome it? Yeah, if you've ever felt like you're not good enough, or you're not experienced enough, or that one day people will discover that you don't know as much as they think you do, then you're not alone. This is what imposter syndrome is all about, basically. So, regarding this topic, there are a number of points we should note. Number one, imposter syndrome sometimes grows when you're actually growing. It's probably because you are in a position that is stretching you, or you are doing something that is out of your comfort zone and you're not really used to what you're doing in this case, but it's stretching you beyond what you can already do. Yes, that's probably one of the times when imposter syndrome comes up, and that is a sign that you're actually growing because you're doing something that is making you go beyond your comfort zone. Now, point number two. Comparison makes it worse. What do I mean? If you start comparing yourself with people, you tend to get this feeling that maybe you're not good enough. How? You have a classmate, you people went to the same school together, and all of a sudden you see he made a LinkedIn post and he's a leader in a company, or he has achieved this and achieved that, and you're thinking to yourself, am I really good enough? Am I really good? This person has achieved this other person has gone this far. No, don't compare yourself with anybody. Instead, what you could do is look back at your former self compared to your present self and see whether you have actually grown, whether you have made progress. You can say, oh, am I better than I was last week? Am I better than I was last month? Am I better than I was last year? Am I better than I was 5 years ago? These are ways you can use to tell if you're actually growing. You don't compare yourself with somebody else. Someone put it this way: you should not compare your chapter 2 with someone else's chapter 12. You are on different paths. So focus on your journey and evaluate your growth. And I think that would help you avoid this imposter syndrome. Number 3, you don't need to know everything. Some people assume that software engineers who know a lot are the real competent engineers, that are really competent because they know so many things. No, what really matters is your ability to learn, ability to adapt, ability to reason, ability to solve problems. These are the things that matter. So you don't have to know everything, but you should be able to adapt. You should be able to learn fast. This is something you should take note of as well. Number 4, document your growth. What do I mean? Sometimes we tend to feel like we're inadequate because we forget how far we have come. Sometimes you should appreciate the little success you achieve from day to day. You might think of yourself like, oh, I cannot do this and this other person can do this, or I can't do this yet and I have not gotten this certification yet. But how about the things you are able to do now that you couldn't do 2 years ago? This is similar to the second point where I said you should not compare yourself with others. Try to appreciate your success. Document your growth. Oh, you were this junior engineer, but now you are in mid-level, or you're a senior engineer, or you couldn't do this, you couldn't build this kind of app before, but now you've built this, or you were not good with authentication before, but now you're very good at it. Yeah, appreciate your success, appreciate your growth. It will help you overcome this fear or this problem of imposter syndrome. Number 5, confidence comes from little repeated evidence. Small wins. You have this thing you wanted to do and you're able to achieve it. You have this next one you pick up, you're able to achieve it. You begin to build confidence. Maybe you step into a zone you're not really good at yet. Yeah, it's fine. You start learning, you start adapting, you start solving problems in that domain, and before you know it, you're building up your confidence. When you keep on building this confidence by having small wins in maybe little things, before you know it, your confidence is being built up, and then you begin to have less and less of that feeling of imposter syndrome. I have actually felt this imposter syndrome a lot, and the good thing is I don't let it bother me now like it used to bother me before. Now I see it as maybe I'm in a place that is really stretching me, and yeah, I see it as an opportunity for growth or an opportunity to evolve. When I started out as a software engineer, I worked for a company in Nigeria, and this was me coming with zero experience. I could have tried to apply for internship jobs, but I found this one and I applied, went through the process, went through the interviews. Thankfully, I told them in the interview I had no experience, but somehow they were impressed with my communication skills and said, "Oh, yeah, we're going to hire you." And after starting the job, at some point, I felt like a fraud. Like, even though they were not telling me I was doing badly, I felt to myself that I was doing badly. And I wanted to quit. I wanted to go back to where I had my boot camp because I didn't even complete the boot camp before getting this job. And I felt like one day these guys are going to fire me and it's going to be very embarrassing that maybe I could not do something really simple. And honestly, I really wanted to quit at some point. But I came across a video from Deshona, one lady who won Miss USA at some point. I will try to link it in this video. Somehow I found some motivation in it. Even though the video was not about imposter syndrome, it was more about how you should not quit even if you get no from people and people are saying no to you or rejecting you and all of that. You should not quit. And even though it wasn't related to what I was going through exactly, but there was a line there that really made me decide to continue.
Don't be afraid of no's. Be afraid of the possibility of a yes that you have prematurely destroyed because you decided to quit before the clock strikes 12.
And I decided that I was going to just evolve and grow and learn as much as possible and just remain in the job. And if I get fired, no problem, but not me quitting on myself or thinking that I'm not good enough. Eventually, I worked in this company for over a year, I think a year and 6 months or something, before I got an international job. But the point there is, I could have decided to quit, but I decided to continue. And this feeling of the imposter syndrome for me at that point was mostly because I had no experience. Some other times is because I just got into a role that is really stretching me beyond my comfort zone. So if you are feeling this imposter syndrome thing, yeah, it doesn't mean that you're not good. It's probably because you're being stretched, and that's an opportunity for growth. That's an opportunity you should not let slide. So don't let anybody's achievement or anybody's success to make you think that you're not good. Or even if you get some negative comments, because sometimes you could get some negative criticism. Sometimes it could be constructive criticism. Sometimes it could just be harsh. Like, take it in, see what areas you can improve, but don't quit on yourself. Don't think that you are a fraud. Instead, like I said before, evaluate your success, check between who you are now and who you were before, and see, am I actually growing? Am I evolving? Am I improving? Am I the same person I used to be 1 year ago, 2 years ago? Can I do this thing I couldn't do before? These are the things that matter. So if you are feeling this imposter syndrome thing, don't let it make you feel bad. Let it be an opportunity for you to challenge yourself, to stretch yourself, to grow. And you'll be fine. Now, to wrap up, you may not know everything yet, but it doesn't mean that you don't belong. Just make sure you're growing. That's very important. So that's it for this video. Have you ever felt this imposter syndrome in your career? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.